Welcome back, pro wrestling fans. Welcome back, IWC. It's your old buddy, the guardian of chaos, Big Daddy, and I tell it like it is. I'll say that to say this. Coming to you live to tape 25 feet below the surface of the earth for some breaking and trending news in the world of professional wrestling. Here representing my home company, Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel for Chaos Corner. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted, raw dog for you, the fans. Sit back and relax. Grab a beverage. Grab a snack. Grab your friends. Drop an elbow on that like button. Share, subscribe, and spread the news. Shout out and a big thanks to my moderators, my brother from another mother, Austin Nance, and of course, the OTS Tribal Queen. You're going to want to hear what I have to say, fans. We have a big, huge event coming up this Sunday, January 19th, 2 p.m. opening. Well, it might be earlier than that. 3 p.m. showtime at the legendary Cadillac Ranch. To open up the ceremonies, it's going to be the Class of 2025 Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame induction ceremonies. Followed by Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling presents Wild Wild Wrestling 3. Or at least I believe it's 3. It might be 4, but I think it's 3. Fans, this Sunday, January 19th, I'm going to sit here and review all of it. The card, who's going into the hall, the year-end awards. So don't you dare miss it. We're coming right back. All right, fans, now that we've hopped off all the other social media platforms, whether it be Facebook or Twitter, a.k.a. X, over at Big Daddy G.O.C. And the G.O.C. stands for the Guardian of Chaos. We are here to talk about Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling and the Paradise 4. You know who they are. Our head trainer is Pretty Paul Roma, former member of Power and Glory, the Four Horsemen, Pretty Wonderful, the Young Stallions, wrestled multiple times all over this world, Madison Square Garden, WrestleMania, the WWF, WCW, two-time tag team champions with the enforcer Arn Anderson, I believe. The credentials speak for themselves. And then there's the owner of Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, who was in the WWF from 84 to 1992, and at that time in 1984, he was the youngest grappler on the WWF roster. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. And that would be Mario Mancini. And then there's second-generation grappler. You know who he is. His mother and father were both luchadors. They basically trained in the basement, and that would be second-generation grappler, Mr. Paul Perez. And then, of course, there's the big man, the owner of the Rib House, Ribs to Go, and that would be Big Dave Paradise, a.k.a. Big Steve Tracy. That's the Paradise 4. That's what you get when you want to go to a Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling training facility. You want trainers in there that are credible, knowledgeable, know about storytelling, psychology, emotional investment. I say it all the time. You go to some place like Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, it doesn't get better than that. Not only a training facility, but they also mentor you in life, the young men and women that are students there. And again, as I just said, I'm repeating myself because that's what I do. Not just a training facility. Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling is its own promotion. Once you pass the course, you go from Mancini's Monday and Tuesday night classes and graduate to Roma's Wednesday and Saturday night classes. Then you'll have an opportunity for your professional wrestling debut in front of a live audience, because PAPW throws its own events, its own shows, if you will. Stand by. I have to go back and forth with this mechanical AI contraption. Alexa, play tropical thunderstorm sounds.
Elevate your listening experience with Amazon Music Unlimited on this Echo
See what
and
happens.
discover a vast world of
That's
music
why I
that
have
will
heat
let
with
your
her.
request.
The G.O.C. got heat with AI.
$5.99
Alexa, play tropical thunderstorm sounds.
Here's a station based on quiet tropical thunderstorm sounds by Nature Sounds Nature Music.
You can't make it up here at Chaos Corner. But let's get off the chicanery, and I can't thank you guys and gals enough for being here because I have a lot of information here on the Chaos Corner show. Again, it's all paradise all the time. So coming up, I want to go through some news and notes before we get to this Sunday's show, Wild Wild Wrestling at the Cadillac Ranch, 2 p.m. The doors will probably open up at 1 o'clock, I'm thinking. It's a Sunday afternoon. I don't believe there's anything going on, playoffs or anything like that. So come down to Cadillac Ranch in PAPW. It's a 21 and over event. I want you to note that. 21 and over event. So, I have some news and notes, and I can't thank you guys enough for being here. Independent pro wrestling, the backbone of this business, the backbone of this industry. I'm going to give you some results from our last event at the end of 2024 that was held at the Greater New Haven JCC. Sold out. What an unbelievable event. You can go to Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling or official PAPW on all social media platforms, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, X, and of course on YouTube. This last event that we had, Mania in Paradise, which was at the end of November of 2024. Here we are, 2025. I don't know, what is it, January 13th, 14th? Wild Wild Wrestling, the day before this historical inaugural. That's another story for another time. Let's go down to results from Mania in Paradise from the JCC. Again, it's on the YouTube channel, Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. In an Australian chairs match, the man from Down Under, Alan Compass, defeated the man from the forest, the Lost Forest, Sylvan. Now, I don't have to tell you about these two. Compass and Sylvan have gone back and forth throughout 2024. This is either their third or fourth bout, and it ended up in an Australian chairs match. They even had Legos glued to the metal chairs. But your winner, Alan Compass, goes over on Sylvan. We had the Bosnian Bolt, Mirza, defeat the returning MIT, Mr. Intellectual Tavius. A big win for Mirza over a more seasoned grappler in MIT. Perhaps the smartest man in pro wrestling. I don't know how smart he was at the JCC for Mania in Paradise because he lost. And then our commissioner, Sergeant Murray, the former United States heavyweight champion, came out to the ring, and it looks like there's some sort of long blood runs between them. Between MIT and Sergeant Murray, the Paradise Commissioner. MIT even shoved the big man, Sarge, who served this country. Thank you for your service, Sarge. So let's see what happens moving forward between the commissioner and MIT. Is it raining? Then we had the 5-man scramble, where you had to pin the man to win the scramble. In the 5-man scramble, former heavyweight champion, leader of the Battle Academy, the Red Lion, Chris Battle, as he faced Kaizo, along with Deuce Stovall, Mr. Saturday Night, Corey Duke, and A.G. Nelly. Now, this was all over the place. You can imagine a 5-man scramble. I thought Battle, the Red Lion, had the edge. Maybe even El Gigante, Deuce Stovall, who's about 6'5", although a rookie. A.G. Nelly, is there anybody in better shape than Nelly? But your winner, in a huge upset, in my opinion, and in the company Corey Duke pinned the Red Lion Chris Battle. Mr. Saturday Night Special got a bottle of blue and gold. Something like that. Either way, Mr. Saturday Night Corey Duke pinned Chris Battle to win the 5-man scramble. Then we had the Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships. The titles were on the line as the Luchadors from Puerto Rico, the Boricua brothers, defended their title against the Brawny brothers, a.k.a. Alan Bano, and No Gimmicks Gibbs. It certainly was a tag team battle beyond belief. There was a lot of controversy in this matchup as the champs, the Boricuas, in a fierce battle with Bano and Gibbs. Controversial matchup near the end. And it included a restart of the match. Now, when do you ever have a restart? So you know there were issues. After the restart, the Boricua brothers retained the titles. It's that simple. The Boricua brothers are no one to be trifled with. And I heard that after the show, after Mania in Paradise, the Boricuas, let me say that correctly, took the titles down to Puerto Rico and defended the Paradise titles down on the islands. What a matchup. What a tag team matchup. So, the Boricuas retained the Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Tag Team titles. In a hardcore match, the monster, Mr. Z, took on New England hardcore beast, Bull Dread. With his manager, Gemma, at ringside. Very easy on the eyes. Manager to the legends is Gemma. In an unbelievable hardcore match that saw all kinds of weapons, from barbed wire to garbage pails to metal chairs to a table. Another huge upset at Mania in Paradise. I just talked about how Mr. Saturday Night defeated Battle for the 5-man scramble. Huge upset. Right here, Mania in Paradise. Unbelievable. Mr. Z went over on the New England hardcore beast Dread. Now, I get it. Z's 6'4", 6'5". There's some monsters in Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. With the black paint and the black tape on his hands, the fans either love him or hate him, but he gets the reaction. He has a following. And Z pinned Dread. Huge upset. Upset of all time. Perhaps one of the biggest in Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. Then we had the AIWF Atlantic title on the line at Mania in Paradise. The champion, Dante Hodge, mixed martial artist, as well as pro grappler, defended against the former United States champion, Buzz Bloodsaw. The American Gothic gone wrong. What does everyone like? What is this? Wrestling. But I have news for you fans and for Dante Hodge. Buzz Bloodsaw pinned Hodge clean. Buzz Bloodsaw, that's right, with the chains, the man in the chains himself. We are kindred brothers with the chains. Bloodsaw is your new AIWF Atlantic champion. One heck of a bout. After that, the Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling United States title was on the line. Reigning defending champion, Chris Mooch, went up against another hardcore tough guy in Ryan Frost. Now, I don't have to tell you about these two behemoths. Now, that's a house fight if I ever saw one. In the end, Mooch defeated Frost and retained the United States heavyweight title.
For over 80 years, Cheerios has been more than
I apologize about this. There's not supposed to be commercials on Chaos Corner. Alexa, play Tropical Thunderstorm sounds. You gotta have entertainment here.
Here's a station based on quiet tropical thunderstorm sounds by Nature Sounds Nature
Now you know
Music.
why I have heat. That's right, the G.O.C. still has heat, and it's with AI at this time. All right, focus, Chaos. I know what everyone's saying out there. Focus, Chaos. So as I said, Mooch retained the United States title over a very tough Ryan Frost in a tag team featured bout. Kylon King, Dustin Flash Waller, Roma-trained Mancini Brains return to Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, and they defeat beautiful Brad Baylor and Jeremy Lacroix. What an unbelievable matchup by four incredible athletes. Now, I'll get on to the resume, if you will, credentials of Kylon King and Dustin Flash Waller, a.k.a. the Miracle Generation, and beautiful Brad Baylor a little bit later on in the broadcast here. But the bottom line is, I believe it was Mr. Kurt that was the ref in this tag team extravaganza, bonanza, took the old bump, was persona non grata, down and out. Who comes in to save the day as a late replacement? No one even knew she was there. WWF ladies legend, referee legend, the very first woman's referee in pro wrestling, if I'm hearing that right in my earpiece. Yes, the very first female referee in the WWE, perhaps in all of pro wrestling. Rita Chatterton was at Mania in Paradise. Rita slid under the bottom rope, nimble as a minx, and counted the 1, 2, 3 for the Miracle Generation. It's on YouTube. It's on the Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling YouTube page. Legend Rita Chatterton. Let that sink in. She was at Mania in Paradise. Counted the 3. It was great to see her. But what a matchup. Miracle Generation, Baylor, Lacroix, perhaps 4 of the best athletes on the independent scene right now. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. It was great to see Flash and Kai. Then we had the Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Women's Championship. The reigning defending champion, the maniacal, as I call her, Skylar, defeats the debuting Paris Van Dale. A solid bout. Skylar's been champion for a while. She might be at least a 2-time or 3-time ladies champion at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. The bottom line is, the maniacal one, as I call her. If you don't like it, Skylar, I'll see you at Wild Wild Wrestling and you can confront me there. Skylar defeats Paris Van Dale and retains the women's championship. Then the main event. The main event of the evening at the Greater New Haven JCC for Mania in Paradise. This was our last show of 2024. I just wanted to bring you the news and notes. The undisputed, reigning, defending heavyweight champion, chump suckers, listen up, Showtime Marcel Williams, defended against the air guitar wizard, Troy Stevens. What an unbelievable main event. Showtime Marcel Williams, one of the most savvy, cagey veterans on the entire independent circuit in all of pro wrestling throughout the United States. That man can grapple. He can go hardcore. Technical bouts, street fights. He is the Triple Crown winner in Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. Let's see if I got this right. I'm getting it from the truck, so don't go anywhere. I got to put this back on for Showtime, who's the most decorated grappler in all of Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. Stand by, stand by. Now, Showtime is the former United States heavyweight champion. He's the former Alley Fights champion. He's the former Intercontinental champion. He was a former and now current heavyweight champion. He won the inaugural Hercules Hernandez Memorial Tournament. There isn't much more. The leader of the Tri-State Kings. There's not much more a grappler can do. The only thing I don't think Marcel has done has been a tag team champion. And I'm sure that could be around the corner if I know Showtime. But in the end, in another huge upset that occurred at Mania in Paradise, there were at least 3 big upsets that you would have never expected at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. The air guitar wizard, Troy Stevens, if you're new, Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion and defeated Showtime in the middle of the ring. He pinned Williams. If that's not an upset in Paradise Alley history, especially with the kudos and credentials in the background of Showtime Marcel Williams, then I don't know what is. It really was an incredible night. I want to estimate, I think the JCC holds 500 or 600 fans. We've been there before. This was a sellout. I don't know the exact numbers. I didn't get them from Mancini. But again, go to Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling on YouTube, and you will see the entire show. And of course, yours truly was on the color commentary, along with the Professor Rick Del Santo and the Monday Night Enforcer, Kevin Sabin. It was a 3-man booth. So again, if you didn't see this show, go out and watch it. You'll see what the Paradise Alley product is all about. You'll see a lot of the stars, and you won't regret it. That's for sure. So I wanted to run over the results here since we haven't done a Paradise update in a little while. These chains are getting heavy, and that's what you get at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. It's just that simple. Let me adjust. Don't go anywhere. We got big news coming up. Do you ever have chains around your neck? I don't think most of you have. Okay, so that's the results from Mania in Paradise.
You can shop during this ad by saying
Alexa, play Tropical Thunderstorm sounds. Do you see what I deal with
Here's
here?
a station based on
You guys understand what's going on?
Sounds by nature, sounds
Someone's
nature
trying to kayfabe me, interfere. Just remember that they're watching. They're always watching. If I could throw that out there, and that's a shoot. Stay mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually fit, because if he's for us, no one could be against us, and that's a shoot. Stay with like-minded people like Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. You see how we intertwine pro wrestling and reality here? That's what you get. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're a little over 20 minutes in, so stay with me. I'm going to try to put this up on Facebook as well. It will be on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. We're going to go with the year-end awards. Stand by. Stand by here. I got to adjust. I have to get a beverage. Nobody go anywhere. This is streaking across my neck before we get into the year-end awards. These aren't the full weighted ones. But, man, let me tell you, they certainly build the traps on the G.O.C. Don't think I don't go got it, because I do. Whatever the heck I said there. You guys know you like it when I get tongue-tied. This is what you're going to get on January 19th at the Cadillac Ranch, because I am the master of ceremonies. So you're going to see this live and in color. Well, we're live now. Live to tape. I'm live. I'm taping it at the same time. Quite the conundrum. What a kerfuffle. If that's the right word. Fuck it. You guys get it. Oh, I apologize for the cussing, man. I don't mean to. Year-end awards for the year 2024. I know we're in January 2025. I get it. Less than a week away from the Cadillac Ranch, the Hall of Fame, Wild Wild Wrestling. Year-end 2024 awards for Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, as voted by you, the fans. So I'm just going to run it down here. Voted by you, the fans. 2024, Male Wrestler of the Year. The man from down under, the Crocodile King, Alan Compass. Your Female Wrestler of the Year for Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. The current Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Women's Champion, Skylar. Tag Team of the Year in Paradise Alley, that would be R&B. I'm a little surprised by this one, to tell you the truth. Well-deserved, but I'm a little surprised. A lot of competition in the tag team division at Paradise. But R&B, Jermaine Swish Marbury and the air guitar wizard, Troy Stevens, the current heavyweight champion, were Tag Team of the Year in 2024. The Rivalry, a.k.a. Feud of the Year in Paradise Alley. The aforementioned Alan Compass and the Beast, the Monster, the Fear of the Forest, whatever you want to call him, with that mask and that walking stick, Sylvan. And I talked about it earlier. the 3 or 4 bouts, the trilogy, whatever it was that Compass and Sylvain went through, ending in that Australian chairs match. So that was your rivalry of the year. Compass and Sylvain. Your 2024 Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling match of the year, which was at our last event for 2024, Mania in Paradise, and that would be Mr. Z against the New England Beast, Bull Dread. As I said earlier when I ran down the results of Mania in Paradise, one heck of a hardcore match. Certainly a contender and very worthy according to you, the fans. Bull Dread, Mr. Z, 2024 match of the year. Manager of the year, and this was a no-brainer, the manager of legends, class personified, and that would be Ringside Gemma. She has Dread under her tutelage, Bloodsaw under her tutelage. She's had many grapplers under her tutelage. She makes all the business deals, deals with all the travel plans, all the scheduling, all the bookings. Manager of the year in Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, Gemma, a.k.a. Ringside Gemma. Moment of the year, and I have to agree with this one. And this man certainly has gotten a lot of kudos from Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling and had one heck of a year in 2024. Moment of the year. The man from down under. I come from a land down under. No? Too much? Too soon? Alan Compass. Moment of the year as he won the 2024 Ray Hercules Hernandez Memorial Tournament, Memorial Cup, if you will. A huge accomplishment. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is our 3rd or 4th Hercules Hernandez Memorial. As I said, Showtime Marcel Williams was the original winner, the very first in 2020. And now Alan Compass in 2024. Moment of the year. I thought I was going to have to go at this machine again, right? It's a slippery slope. Breakout star of the year for Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. A large man. High energy. Very well qualified. Breakout star of the year, and you'll see him at Wild Wild Wrestling, Alan Bano, a.k.a. Bano, a.k.a. one half of the Brawny Brothers. Bano, congratulations, breakout star of the year and rookie of the year. This man's made a huge impact in 2024. Not only does he put asses in seats, not only was he match of the year, not only was he rookie of the year, and I just gave it away, the monster, Mr. Z, your rookie of the year. Think about what he's accomplished in 2024. So I'll run over it again. Male Wrestler of the Year, Alan Compass. You'll see him at Wild Wild Wrestling. Female Wrestler of the Year, Women's Champion, Skylar. You'll see her at Wild Wild Wrestling. Tag Team of the Year, R&B, Marbury and Stevens. You'll see Stevens at the Cadillac Ranch. Rivalry of the Year, Alan Compass and Sylvain. Both men will be at the Cadillac Ranch. Match of the Year, the New England legend Bull Dread and Mr. Z. Z will be in the main event at the Cadillac Ranch. And Bull Dread, and I'll let the cat out of the bag now, Bull Dread will be getting inducted by yours truly into the class of 2025 New England Pro Wrestling. Freudian slip there. Joe Bruin, you listening? Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, class of 2025, Bull Dread. You like that slip there, Dread? Joe, are you listening? The man's qualified, coming up on 25 years. I'm not campaigning for anybody. You gotta love it, right? They will all be there at the Cadillac Ranch. Moment of the year, Alan Compass. We already said he will be at the ranch. Alan Bano will be at the ranch. And as I said, Rookie of the Year, Mr. Z. All these award winners will be at the Cadillac Ranch. I'm going to saddle up and mosey on down to the K-Row. Yaha. So there you have it. The latest news from Mania in Paradise to end out 2024. Our year-end awards, which now leads into the announcements of the class of 2025 Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. I believe I'm the master of ceremonies, according to Mario Mancini, my brother from another mother. Mario, you know I love you, bro. Roma, you're behind this too. I love you, Roma. I believe I will be master of the ceremonies at some point for the Hall of Fame class of 2025. I am honored to mention these names. This will be a 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time ceremony, so get there early to the Cadillac Ranch. Here we go. There are 9 inductees. That's right, 9 inductees into the class of 2025 Hall of Fame. And Roma and Mancini and Perez explained this to me as to the reason why such a big class. Our last Hall of Fame induction ceremonies was the class of 2020 before we were hit with whatever they wanted to call it, the pandemic, scandemic. That's another story for another time. I don't want to give my personal opinions here on the Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling review and preview show. So the last Hall of Fame class was the class of 2020, the inaugural class. Speaking of the inaugural, as I already said, it's the day after Wild Wild Wrestling in the Hall of Fame. Now, of course, in 2020, and then we were hit with all the BS that came through and affected the globe, affected the world, affected all of us. Paul Roma was inducted. Paul Perez was inducted. Mario Mancini was inducted. Big Steve Tracy was inducted. Sergeant Murray was inducted. And yours truly, the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy. All 6 of us went into the class of 2020, the inaugural Hall of Fame, so it's great to be back, and that's why such a large class. Every one of them deserving, and some of them still active. So you'll get to see live Hall of Famers perform live, if that makes sense. You know what Bully Ray said to me back in the day, right? In the locker room. I could throw this story out there. Give the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy, 5 spots, and he'll screw up 4 of them. I didn't want to say the F word. It's true. I consider that to be a compliment coming from Bully Ray. Perhaps the greatest tag team of all time. 2-time Hall of Famer. Busted open radio. Busted open after dark. And he still competes. I'll take that. That's a compliment. What else do you think you're here for? Just for all the information and news and updates? You're here for entertainment. The most unique channel on YouTube. No better. Just different. Here we go. Inducted into the class of 2025 coming up this Sunday at the Cadillac Ranch, January 19th. We're less than a week away. The late, great Big Jim Anderson. As we take a brief moment of silence for Big Jim Anderson, the first inductee into the class of 2025 Hall of Fame. Thank you, fans. Also going into the class of 2025 Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, famed manager, the Duke, Charles Fuller. Welcome back, Duke. Much deserved. Charles Fuller, the Duke, goes into the class of 2025. The aforementioned Triple Crown, Mr. Everything, most decorated grappler in Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling history, gets inducted into the class of 2025. I hope all you chump suckers are going to be there, and that would be Showtime Marcel Williams. Congratulations, Showtime. Well earned. Also, El Gallo Tres Huevos, one of the senior referees of Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, and he counts 3 better than anybody in the business, and that would be El Ref, Miguel Silvero. Miguel, welcome aboard. El Ref, I want to know if Papa will be there. Will the legendary referee be there? Congratulations, El Ref. Welcome to the hall, my friend. And then the aforementioned, who's still active, coming up on almost 25 years, one of the most resilient grapplers in New England history, longevity more than anyone that you could almost think of, has been in the ring with all the stars and legends, and still going today and has fuel in the tank to compete with the rookies. And that would be the New England hardcore legend, the New England beast, hardcore beast. Bull Dread gets the call to the hall, and I'm honored to be inducting him. Welcome aboard, Bull. You are and earned to be a Hall of Famer. Also, on the class of 2025 Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, they are the former 3-time Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, members of the Tri-State Kings. They are professional tag team wrestling. Their house, their rules, 1,000 pounds of pressure per slap. And that would be Nick Payne, a.k.a. The Beard, and Hakim Ali, the House of Pain. Look at the size of the arms on Ali on the 19th at the Cadillac Ranch. They've been all over the country. One of the best tag teams on the scene, still active, and you'll get to see them Sunday on Wild Wild Wrestling. Congratulations, Nick. Congratulations, Hakim. The House of Pain in the Hall of Fame. Also going in on January 19th, this Sunday, man. That would be the Red Lion, the creator and leader of the Battle Academy, Chris Battle, the former heavyweight champion. Battle has all the accolades and credentials of anyone in this business. Has been in the ring with many, many WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor, TNA Impact, MLW stars. He's fought all the stars and continues to do so today. The Red Lion, Chris Battle, goes into the Hall, the class of 2025. Congratulations, Red Lion. Well earned. And he's also certainly helps out on Monday and Tuesday night classes as one of the assistant trainers at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. Who better to learn from than someone who's been in the ring with every star in the major leagues that you can think of. Also, another ring warrior, a veteran, a large man at 6'3", 6'4", 250 pounds, and an old friend of mine. And that would be one tough sumbitch who gets the call to the Hall, and that would be one Andy Sweet. Congratulations, my brother. Welcome to the Hall, Andy. Andy Sweet goes into the Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. And finally, going into the Hall, a law enforcement brother of mine, and one despicable human being when he's in character. And that would be the leader of the Pyramids of Power, one tough competitor himself, former tag team champion, I believe intercontinental champion, and that would be Mike Mendez, a.k.a. Zafar al-Rahihi, from the sands of Saudi Arabia to the hallowed grounds of the United States of America. My brother in blue, Mike Mendez, will be, and I have to wrap this up for you, Mendez, because of our backgrounds. Truly my brother. Welcome to the class of 2025 Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. Again, the late, great Big Jim Anderson, the Duke Charles Fuller, Showtime Marcel Williams, El Ref, Bull Dread, the House of Pain, Chris Battle, Andy Sweet, and Mike Mendez. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the Hall. We went from 6 to now 14. So the Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame continues to grow as we have a total of 14 members. After Sunday, this Sunday, January 9th, 2 p.m. ceremonies, inductions, at the Cadillac Ranch. There'll be 14 of us, legends and immortalized forever. Fans, thanks for being here. I ran over the results from Mania in Paradise. I talked to you about the 2024 year-end awards. I've just introduced you to the class of 2025 Hall of Fame for Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. Doesn't get better than that. Paul Roma, Mario Mancini, Paul Perez. Are you listening to me? Do your research. Do your due diligence. Use your own discernment. I went a lot longer than I wanted to. We're 40 minutes in, but don't go anywhere. Come right back to here because I have the full lineup and the announcements for January 19th, this weekend. 3 p.m. bell time, approximately. Wild Wild Wrestling 3 returns to the legendary Cadillac Ranch. So I'll say that to say this because I tell it like it is. Congratulations to everyone on the hall, the year-end awards, and let's break it down in 2025. Don't you dare miss it.